I'm Ian Rush and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored Match Build Up show ahead of Liverpool's trip down to play Sam Allardyce's West Ham United side.
Sam Allardyce's total football West Ham United side.
Yeah, it's interesting, this game, because obviously we're having this on alternate weeks now where we play these so-called lesser teams between our massive games that we've got lined up. The temptation is to sort of be dismissive of these games a little bit, which I think is a concern. The worst thing, did you see Match Today, Chris, when Brendan Rodgers went, the focus on the next game's on Man City? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's West Ham.
I think everyone just went.
But you know what? I actually loved the fact that you could see he was buzzing off it, like, no.
Yeah. So you know I'm lying. I'm not thinking about the next game. I'm not thinking about the next big game.
The next thing we're doing is planning the open bus tour. And no. West Ham. Yeah. So West Ham to come, because it feels a very similar sort of topic of conversation that we had prior to maybe the Cardiff game and to the Sunderland game and what have you. We're flying high. We are, as it stands, top of the Premier League. I know.
Good, that, isn't it?
We've talked about like there's games that you get up for and games that we maybe struggle to get up for, but I don't think we're going to struggle to get up for any of the remaining games. No. But West Ham away from home, it's not a guaranteed win for Liverpool.
No, it's not, because they pose a different threat than the other teams we've got coming up. But I think West Ham, I think it's a good time to play them, to be honest. First of all, I don't worry about our away support. Don't think it's going to fucking make any odds to them whatsoever. They'll go there, they'll sing their heart out, they'll back the team. If this was at home, I might actually feel a little bit different. So we got that, first and foremost. Secondly, West Ham won away on Monday night, didn't they? But the last home game they had, they fucking booed the team off after winning.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Allardyce put the fans up. They're not going to be happy with West Ham at the moment and Allardyce and that team, so I'm not worried about that either. And basically Allardyce thinks West Ham are safe, and if Allardyce said that live on TV, then that will translate to the team and they may just switch off a little bit. So I think it's actually quite a good time and I'm not nervous, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean the big, well, fantastic. I don't think you can top that. Anyone can top that, can they? I think the one person we obviously clearly got to watch out for has got to be Andy Carroll. He's entering Andy Carroll territory, which is the last 8 games of the season when he gets fit and scores goals.
There's something wrong with him if he doesn't feel he's got a point to prove, you know. So, and probably Downing as well. You know, and there's the combo. You've got to stop those two, really. If you can stop them putting crosses in, you stop Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
But he's going to be dangerous, no doubt about it.
I mean, there's got to be a point there, though, isn't there, Craig, that if we can't stop Stuart Down and Andy Carroll, do we deserve to win the title anyway?
Exactly. I agree with what Chris said about it being a great time to play them, but them two lads especially, they're going to be right up for it, aren't they? As I said there, they've got a point to prove. And
Joe Cole fit? Well, I mean, he's not fit, he's never going to be fit, is it? But I mean, is he available for selection?
I've never seen Stuart Down up for a game.
The League Cup final?
Ah, yeah, fair play, yeah.
I think.
I hate using the word hate about the player, but I hated him from the get-go. I didn't want us to sign him, and he never ever showed me opinion, ever. So that's what really worries me about the game on Sunday, because it's crazy.
Well, it's Flanagan's big test, isn't it? Because he certainly can go past the
he loves getting to the byline, doesn't he? So he's not a great deliverer of the ball, but when he does get it right, he is hard to play against.
I mean, I think the worst problem I've got with the West Ham game is how the players react to having just beat Spurs, gotten back to the top of the league. They were a week away from a big game against City. This is sort of a lesser game, if you like. And I'm hoping that the players see every game, as he keeps saying, as a cup final, and they'll be really up for it. But there must be a slight danger that they'll sort of relax slightly because it's West Ham. Well, and if they do, then that's going to be a problem.
Well, I think I said that I preferred us chasing rather than leading, you know what I mean? Because the second you're top of the pile, that's when all the pressure comes on it, because it's ours to lose from that position, isn't it? And it's a completely different kind of pressure that we're going to have to face as fans, first and foremost, but obviously the players on the pitch as well. One thing we have got going for us, we have statistically the best striker across the European leagues in Luis Suarez at the moment. Sky Sports put a graphic up, which I'm not going to put up for legal reasons, but I'll read it for you. He's got 29 goals in 27 games. Cristiano Ronaldo, second best, is just only 28 and 27. Piss poor.
Shit him.
And now, yeah, overrated. Leo Messi.
How many penalties has he scored?
6, I think it is.
Exactly, 24 and 23 for Messi. And Alfred Finnbogason. It's got 25
Sign that man
27, whoever he is. Diego Costa 25 and 30. Zlatan 25 and 30 as well. So yeah, Sky scores a goal every 0.93 games, which is just frightening.
What's that? That'll be about 30, 40 minutes into the game when he's due his next goal then.
Excellent, there you go. For all you little betters out there, like, you should have had your own betting show. Yeah, I mean, Craig, you know, we discussed on the Final Word show and probably the Redmen Roundup show on the website as well, redmentv.com, free for the month. Check it out.
You don't like it, fuck it off. We're not asked.
Look, Luis Suarez is just, imagine, we've run out of superlatives to describe how good he is, but you know, he's integral to the way we play. He's at the minute right now. Stats suggest it. Have you ever seen a better player for Liverpool?
No, not technically for what he does on the pitch. I mean, Steven Gerrard will always be the best player that I've ever seen, but as a technician and a footballer, I've never seen anyone better on the planet. I don't think for what he can do with a ball, it's frightening, and that's not what's special about him. Is that's not all he's got. His work rate that comes with it as well, and now his attitude changed the other day when Henderson's missed that sitter. He's the first player who's running over to him. Come on, get your head up, get back in the game, get back into the position. He just brings so much to the team.
Yeah, no, phenomenal. Absolutely.
And he also, when Henderson's goal went in, he could easily have claimed that Suarez. But he didn't. He went straight over to him when you go.
Yeah, but I love that about we've talked about the atmosphere and the general, the camaraderie and the team spirit, Chris. That for me was typical of what we've been talking about all season.
You look at the goals that we've scored. There's 10 outfield players all celebrating together for pretty much every goal now. You can tell there's a togetherness with this squad that I've not seen as a Liverpool fan before.
That's been Stoke though, the first game of the season when Mignolet saved the penalty. Every player's there celebrating.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Going back to Suarez though, I mean, he's, again, for me, he was by far the best player on the pitch against Spurs. I mean, I know Sterling got man of the match in lots of the thing, but if you actually look at the performance of Luis Suarez, it was just phenomenal. All over the place he was, causing trouble, you know, cajoling people, as we said, getting people's heads up, you know, scoring wonder goal. It was just phenomenal.
It reminded me as well, his goal, his celebration, and how much he fucking loves it. Like, I mean, the passion, the energy he puts into his celebration. It was like, we saw that Stevie with the penalty against Fulham, Stevie the header against Everton as well. Like, I mean, you started to see it now in Suarez. It's, people are saying, like, we were talking about this before on the Redmen Roundup show, that there's some people out there who don't like the fact that we're singing we're going to win the league. Like, I mean, even though it's what you do when you're in with a shout and you're top of the league with 6 games to go, as pointed out. But it's coming across from the players. We're not just saying it because we're saying it. It's a feeling, isn't it, Chris? You know what I mean? We're getting it from the players. We're getting it from the people around us.
They think they can win the league, and I don't see why not. Like, do you know what I mean? I think.
And they need the supporters' encouragement, you know, to support that and back them up.
I think it's a lot's come down to the fans, hasn't it? And you know, we're feeding off them. It's like a vicious circle, isn't it? And they're just exuding confidence at the moment. And the way we're starting games was blowing teams out the water with 20 minutes.
They showed on the telly a couple of weeks ago how when we kick off, we send like 6 men straight up.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's mad, that, isn't it? Yeah, because everyone passes it back.
They did that against Sunderland, and Gerrard passed it back. What?
No.
Well, yeah, that's part and parcel of getting off to that really quick start. That's why you like losing the toss now. The thing about Suarez is he's not just a great forward, is he? He's not just a great goal scorer. He's an actual all-round brilliant footballer. Yeah. You know, and if you're talking about who's great Liverpool footballers, we've never had a footballer, and I'd include Dalglish, even who's always been my favourite player, this is a player who you could say would be a candidate for best player in the world now, you know, and we've never had that before.
I think we've had best midfielders in the world, and we've had best strikers and best defenders and best goalkeepers, but not best defenders and best midfielders. But I think, yeah, you're right. I think, as you say, and we've said this time and time again, I think if there's the three best players in the world, and Suarez is in them, and I don't think you can. If you go with the Ronaldo, Messi, people fall on different sides of the fence, but there is nothing to. Yeah, exactly. There is no right answer to that at all. And I think Suarez is a triple-sided fence.
I think, look, if Luis Suarez can take us to the Premier League title, he's the best player in the world. Because at the end of the day, Real Madrid and Barcelona, like, and they're always going to have top players, and they're always going to be challenging for the title. You don't take a team from second to first.
You put Ronaldo in our side instead of Suarez, we wouldn't be a better team. We might possibly be slightly worse, because he wouldn't be putting in the kind of work that Suarez is putting in. So on that token, I think he's a better player than Ronaldo. I don't think he's a better player than Messi, but in terms of his contribution, I haven't seen enough of Messi to know what he's like for 90 minutes, week in, week out. I only ever see him when he's playing, you know, in the European Cup or whatever.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting debate. I mean, I know I mentioned this at the start of the season. Has anyone, if you had your opinion changed on Luis Suarez in that regard, do you think he's the best player in the world? Do you safely consider him in the top three? Do you think it's a larger pool? That people always seem to mention Zlatan. He's a talent, isn't he?
I'm not asked about him.
Not asked about Zlatan. Fully not asked on it.
I've seen him play more bad games than I've seen him play good games.
Yeah, he does have an ability to score the ridiculous. Like he's like a big Darren Huckabee, isn't he?
Just in fashion, if you ever remember him, he used to score wonderful goals as well.
Turtle Huckabee. No, not really. But no, I think it's a debate we're having. I got laughed at a year ago. I think I said this about Suarez. I thought he was in the top three best players in the world, and outside of Liverpool, it was like, don't be fucking ridiculous. But I think Iniesta's the other shouts, but then I think Iniesta's like the best midfielder in the world, isn't he? Whereas I think to be the best player in the world, you've got to be a forward. Really, I think it's just the way it is. Do you disagree?
Zidane was the best player in the world for me. Like,
well, he was an attacker.
The best player in the world can probably play anywhere. You know, and that's something I think Suarez could play in goal. You know,
he did in the World Cup.
Yeah. Great,
and successfully as well.
Yeah. But what I mean is, you know, you've got to score goals as well as make them, haven't you, to be the best player in the world. The centre back can't be the best player in the world.
No, I don't think so. No, I think you're right there. Like.
Yeah.
So you've changed the argument to suit you.
Well, I think Zidane was more of a forward player, but he wasn't a centre mid, was he?
Oh, he was a 10 midfielder.
Yeah, 10's a forward.
Let's disagree.
Okay, he was 5 technically, if you want to go that way. Okay, trivia question time. Dave, you've let yourself down here big time, mate. It doesn't rhyme or have any sort of structure to it, does it?
No.
Do you understand it?
That's fine. After the Kevin Bacon question.
We just couldn't understand it in time. We were going live, mate.
No, we had Google Hangout.
How do you use it?
Anyway, right, in the Premier League era, not counting own goals, there have been 4 former Hammers that have got on the score sheet for the Reds against their old club in the league, but only 1 former Liverpool player has scored against the Reds. Can you name all 5? I'll read that one more time. In the Premier League era, not counting own goals, there have been 4 former Hammers that have got on the score sheet for the Reds against their old club in the league, but only 1 former Liverpool player has scored against the Reds. Can you name all 5? Answer at the end of the show. Wait with bated breath. Okay then. So 3 clean sheets from 5, Chris. Can we keep that up, or do we expect this to be the game where it goes back calamitous again?
I can see them putting us under massive pressure from set pieces, and as we've discussed numerous times this season, we're not great at defending set pieces, so I think we might concede one, but I don't think it's actually going to matter. I think we're still going to blow them out of the park.
Excellent, Craig. It feels to me this game kind of like it could go down similar to sort of Stoke or Fulham to a certain extent. I think they're going to cause us problems.
The only place I see them causing problems in the air though, and if we can deal with the aerial threat, I think we will quite easily blow them away again, because let's face it, they're not the most technically gifted side in defence or midfield, so it is just going to get lumped. If we get at them down the wings again, we will score 4 or 5 again, so it's just deal with the aerial threat, and I don't think we'll have much to worry about other than that.
Yeah, Dad, would you change anything in the starting 11 or system?
Well, no, I think it's always now going to be which 2 of those 3 midfield players, Coutinho, Sterling and Joe Allen plays. I wouldn't surprise me if Joe Allen came back in for one of the 2 young lads. Take your pick which one, you know. But I don't see him changing it greatly at all.
That surprised me actually. I think I thought West Ham were going to lump it over the midfield, and as such, Joe Allen's not really needed. Like,
No.
But then again, I suppose you're playing your game, aren't you? We had this conversation about Aston Villa, didn't we? And we said, well, we won't need a midfield because they just passed over us, and then we actually gave ourselves a midfield and look loads better for the control of the
I'd keep the side the same this time. I just thought, you know, they're going to come to park the bus, so the more creative player, so they're going to come to they're going to park the bus at home. I think the more creative players, the better for us, really.
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 banks of, probably a bank of 4 and a bank of 5 to break through. So, you know, I think Coutinho and Sterling there. Sterling's got a lot more vision than everyone gives him credit for as well. I think the 2 of them working behind the 2 strikers would be perfect.
I could go one way or the other. It's the only way, 2 ways it's likely to go.
He could fucking surprise us all and start 3 at the back.
I think Sterling could be effective from the bench on Sunday though, because if it's one of them games where we are struggling to find that bit of creativity, and early second half against Southampton we were struggling a bit, and he come on and just lit the game up, so I think that he could be a good option.
I actually agree with that personally more.
Do you think there's an argument for putting Sacco in to stop Andy Carroll?
I think logically, yes. I think that's the perfect opportunity to get Sacco in, because he's not going to be stretched for pace, is he? So it's like a good way to ease him in, albeit one where he's going to have to fight with Andy Carroll for 90 minutes. But I can't see Brendan Rodgers changing the defence.
I personally wouldn't want him to, but I think there's obviously a
case to be made.
Yeah.
I think I like.
wanted to just kick Andy Carroll early on in the game.
Yeah, just put Flannel on it. Flannel will have him right off it.
That'd be great. I'd love. You know what I want to see as well? I want to see Sterling knock him off the ball.
Yeah, do that.
Run between his legs and get away with it. Like. The thing I was thinking, I think
pull his hair on the way past.
Why not? Do like a Rey Mysterio 619 on him and get off. Like I want to see. I think Sterling from the bench, I think is a good thing, because as I say, if they're going to park the bus, you'd like to think we'll blow them away, but if we don't, there's every chance, you know, a good well drilled Sam Allardyce team will keep us out.
No? Okay.
So having someone who could score goals and cause problems off the bench, I think might be the way to go. I don't know. Let us know your thoughts on that in the comments underneath. How would you start? Who would you be starting 11? Obviously, as my dad points out there, Coutinho, Sterling and Allen. There's going to be some form of rotation involving those 2 players most likely. How would you line it up?
And are we sure that he is going to park the bus at home, having been booed off the park last time?
Yeah, but
he's a bull-headed bastard. He'll definitely park the bus.
Do you think
just to piss him off?
Well, his only hope is to get the ball into our box, isn't it, for Carroll? So you've got to get forward to do that.
And hope that he's not playing Hollywood passes on the halfway line and admiring them like he did for us.
Yep, that one missed the target.
Oh yeah, nearly. Amazing. I'm getting better. Right, Craig, what's your score prediction for this one, mate?
3-1.
Yeah, that was mine too. 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah. I'll take a 1-0.
2-1. 2-1. I feel this is going to be that game that Carragher was talking about, that we have to like.
So we go behind.
Don't know that we'll go behind, but I think it might be. If it's 1-1 and we get the winning goal, I think this might be quite a horrible.
Could be reminiscent of the Upton Park game last year as well. That's swung, didn't it?
Yeah,
massively.
It could be. I've got a feeling we've got a horrible 90 minutes of football ahead of us. Just have that feeling. But let's hope. No. Positive mental attitude. 10-0. But equally still, on the end of the week, that we are due to absolutely properly annihilate someone. None of this 5 and 6 bullshit like 8, 9 or 10 someone.
I actually thought we'd be
I genuinely think it could have been.
City. It's going to be City.
Imagine.
We need a goal difference anyway.
I'd love to scrap a one goal win over West Ham, and then everyone think, oh, have they got it in them, and then go and mull it. City. Just mull them.
Flannel hat-trick or something.
That would be great.
Left foot, right foot, header.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the perfect. Let us know your thoughts in the comments underneath. Let us know your starting 11s. What do you think the score's going to be? Thoughts on Luis Suarez's quality. Sam Allardyce said 9 points in the last 18 is top 6 form. I love how you can just use very small samples of data to basically prove whatever points you want. It smacks to me of a manager who he's trying to keep his own fans on side. Desperately there, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like trying to use the media to his own advantage to a certain extent.
Top 6 is he talking about?
Championship.
But basically what he's saying is that it was kind of like, because it is, look, as Liverpool fans, we've used these kind of stats a lot over the last few years to try and make ourselves look better than we are. And the one we said on the last season was, if we had our second half of the season form in the first half of the season, we'd have finished in the top 4, blah blah blah. And the point he's making there, if they played like this all season, then they'd be in the top 6.
In fairness to them, they have had a lot of injury problems, and they are getting the players back now. Like, the fact is, Allardyce is going to get points in the Premier League because he knows how to get points in the Premier League. It's like Hodgson, he's limited, you know what I mean? Hodgson was a 64 point a season kind of manager. He knows how to get that, no more, like, do you know what I mean? Allardyce the same. Allardyce will get 3 points against quite a lot of teams in the league. He just can't take them any further.
Dan, disagree?
No, I'm just trying to work out the stats to it. If you play 30 games and you get half the points,
45.
Which is 45, and he thinks he'd be in the top 6 with 45 points.
He doesn't actually have to look up from number 10 very often, though, in fairness, does he? He's ever actually looked at the top half of the table.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like a stretch, to be perfectly honest, but there you go, he said it, not me. Okay, trivia answer time is what you've all been waiting for. The question once again, in the Premier League era, not counting own goals, there have been 4 former Hammers that have got on the score sheet for the Reds against their old club in the league, but only 1 former Liverpool player has scored against the Reds. Can you name all 5? Anyone want to throw some shouts out?
Julian Dix.
Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Johnson.
Joe Cole.
Joe Cole.
Joe Cole.
Does John Joe Shelby count?
Is Joe Cole for both?
Not John Joe Shelby, what?
Joe Cole both?
Joe Cole is not both.
No, I don't know them.
Paul Ince?
Paul Ince.
Yeah. Judas, as they know him. Down there.
I've forgotten about him.
Did he play for West Ham?
No.
Who?
Nice play for everyone.
Why check that as well? Because he just seems like a West Ham player.
I could West Ham player written all over him. No, one more Liverpool play. Yeah, one more he scored for us against them. Going back to 2008-2009 season, we
Benayoun?
Yossi Benayoun. And the former Reds who scored against Liverpool. Sacked as a Liverpool player.
Oh, Hutchinson.
Don Hutchinson. There you go. And Dave adds on the end, anyone suggesting Titi Kamara needs to read the question again? Because
he went to West Ham after us.
Sound. Okay, there you go. Claro.
But he did score in the fixture.
Okay.
But he scored for us.
Okay, cool. There we go. Answered that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this. If you want to watch more Redmen TV goodness, we've got 3 fantastic shows on the redmentv.com. Fantastic. It's all gearing up for the title charge. Basically, we've set up the Reds News Roundup show as a half an hour.
Manifest.
No. Well, that plus counselling session for anyone who's having a little bit of difficulty handling the stress of it all. So that's on the website. We've also looked in detail at the Spurs game, which I'm sure you're not asked about by now. But we do that every week, 45 minutes of in-depth analysis after every Liverpool game, and the Friday football show, which we're about to go and film now, where we look at all things like Ronaldo being booed, England's £90 shirt, Everton challenging for the top 4, because we like to be partisan on this show. But do check that out as well, the redmentv.com. It's free for a month. What else have you got to lose? Check it out. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, sack it off. And Chris, it's only £2 a month after that.
It's true, it's only £2 a month, and I've lost more running for the bus.
We have to think of something better than that, but not it's true nonetheless. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the shows, and good night. So.
Oh mate, got your Red Bull? Stay awake, stay awake. Stay awake.
And we're all ready for kickoff here at Old Trafford.